My advice would be to make good use of the deployment assistant. Most folks don't even know that this thing exists, but it's an online option where you can go and put in what you're doing. Are you upgrading from Exchange 2003 or 2007 or both to 2010? Well, in every case, you should use the deployment assistant, which is free, to see what steps you not necessarily might be missing, but what pieces of those steps you might be missing. And it's a great tool because the deployment is really key. Once it's deployed, you can figure out all the features. But if you mess up the deployment, well, then you're kind of shot. So using the deployment assistant is really essential.
Very carefully consider and design your load balancing. Load balancing for your client access server infrastructure has now become a mandatory part of a full high availability solution and goes hand in hand with your database availability group design to ensure that your customers and clients have full access to their mailboxes at all times.
One of the things that I've found that helped me through the years coming in and out of Exchange is to stay current with your skill set and stay current with that product. Exchange changes quite a bit from version to version, and if you skip a version, then whenever you get to the latest and greatest, you might be a little bit deeper than you care to be to get back on track.
Definitely take training on Exchange 2010. It is significantly different from 2007, even more significantly different from 2003. So taking training and educating yourself on the product will make managing the environment once you get to it a lot smoother and easier and save yourself a lot of headaches.
If I had one piece of advice to give Exchange administrators, it would be to never ever let your users start using PST files. Let them go straight into Exchange and store all their data there.
Take advantage of the community of experts that are out there that have done it before, because heading into a situation where you don't know what's going, you can actually find something happening to you months down the line that could have been prevented by some friendly advice over a coffee or on IM or on Twitter earlier on. So stay plugged into everybody that's talking about what's happening. Solicit advice. There's so many hundreds of friendly people out there willing to give you their 2 cents. And find out who the experienced people are and take advantage of their experience.
Do the careful planning of your Exchange deployment before you actually do it. Exchange 2010 broadens your horizons very significantly because it brings new technologies in focus, it brings new possibilities, it brings a lot of new design options that were not possible before, but they are possible now. So if you want to come up with a good, nice deployment that would live long, you have to plan very carefully, and you need to plan before you start actually deploying and installing the service. So plan first, deploy later.